She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with the youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She faced lots of difficulties in her life, but everything she overcome and did not look back. Some people also criticize about it. She did not stop. When she was 16 years old, she went to United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and she made a decision. She will become a famous musician and wanted to carry music in her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She participated in audition in the Royal Academy, and she scored a good marks in the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performance. At the end of the 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards. Sometimes she used to go in different programs alone to perform different types of musics, to play different kinds of musical instruments. Solo performance means to perform alone. Within 3 years, she got top awards in her life. Point number 5. And for all these, Evelyn would not accept any hint of the heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. Evelyn captured or achieved lot of awards, but she did not stop. And she also told, you have a fixed goal or ability to do or mentality to do hard work, you can get success and you can go where you like. And she got right to the top and almost sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of all thousands instruments and hectic international schedule. What is the meaning of percussionist? What is the meaning of percussionist? Person who plays drums and the tablas. A person who plays drums and tablas is called percussionist. The girl, that means Evelyn, used to play thousands of instruments, and she was busy to perform different kinds of programs all over the world. And she got the top positions in the world also. It is intriguing. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2 hours discussion, she never missed a word. Man with bushy beard gave me trouble. The person who asked the questions to Evelyn, she told, lots of people listens the programs of the music many hours. When Evelyn answered the questions of the person, she did not miss a single word. She told there was a man who had bushy beard made her trouble. How did he make her trouble? We'll know from next page. Man with bushy beard gave me trouble and she laughed. It was not just washing the leaves, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. Evelyn could not see the face of the person. She just noticed the leaves. Sorry. It is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. What is the meaning of lilt? The way of speaking. The way of speaking is called lilt. Lilt. Okay. Flawlessly. What is the meaning of flawlessly? Without a fault or mistake. That means she was able to speak Scottish language. देखो next. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. That means just we have known that Evelyn was not deaf from her birth. Okay. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. when she was 11, she was able to listen, able to hear with her ears. She says, Evelyn says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. She was also able to speak French and Japanese language also. She did not explain with the person who interviewed Evelyn, but she was able to understand French and Japanese, and she was also speak French and Japanese language. Next. Point number 7. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles. What is the meaning of tingles? Causes a slight pricking or stinging sensations. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hairs. That means she was able to feel the sound of the music every parts of the body, like skin, cheekbones, and hair also. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing off the stick into her fingertips. Okay? When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing off stick into the fingertips. The sound of the xylophone was also passed through her fingertips. She felt it. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance. What is the meaning of resonance? The echoes of sound. The resonance flowing into her body. When the drum was played, the sound of the drum also flowed into her body. That means she used to all her body parts. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration pass through her bare foot and of her legs. When she was sitting in the wooden platform, that time she removed her shoes. Because it helped her to pass the vibration in her bare foot. Bare foot, that means empty foot or neck foot. Next. Point number 8. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audience. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society prestigious soloist of the award. She delighted her audiences who watched her performance. That means she made her audience happy. In 1991, she got a prize from the Royal Philharmonic Society. It was a prestigious society. Many master percussionist James Blades. I have already told what is the meaning of percussionist. A person who plays drums and tabla like this. James Blade. Says master percussionist James Blade, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why that is why she expresses music so beautifully. These sentences, it was mentioned first chapter, first phrase. That means James Blade told here, God has taken her hearing power. But the God has given her something extraordinary things. As a result, she is different from us and she can play lots of musical instruments. Those are not played by us. And finally, she made her life beautiful, and she represented in the world as a famous musician. Point 9. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. What is the meaning of workaholic? A person who finds it difficult to stop working. Okay. Evelyn confessed that she is something for a workaholic. That means she always wanted to play different kinds of music. That is her work only. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians. She thought, I have to do something better from another classical musicians. That's why she worked harder. But the rewards are enormous. Normally, If you work hard, you will get a good result. Or if you failed, you will get knowledge. That means hard work never cheat anyone. Apart from the regular concert, Avalon also gives free concerts in prisons, prison that means jails and hospitals. She performs different kinds of musics with the help of musical instruments in hospital and jail also to entertain them. She also gives high priority to the classes for the young musicians. And Israel and Rislin of the Beethoven Fund for deaf children. There was a fund that's name was Beethoven Fund that was created for the deaf children. She is the shining inspiration for all deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. She was the inspiration of the deaf children. Okay. Avalon was also deaf, and she also achieved lots of awards and famous also. And the deaf children also inspired by him, by her, and they also dreamed to become different types of professions. And at first, all these were lost by them. Now they are believing that we are also able to do something like Avalon. Point number 10. Avalon Glennie has already accomplished more than most of the people twice her age. She has brought percussions to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. Avalon Glennie achieved lots of awards Avalon achieved lots of awards, but many children like her twice as it is impossible. She displayed lot of percussion. What is the meaning of percussion? Percussion means there are lots of musical instruments together. Or percussionist means a person who can play drum or tabla or many instruments. Okay. Here the Abelian displayed all the musical instruments that were played by her in the orchestra. She displayed on the stage in front of the people. And she also showed that every instrument is movable. That means we can move easily all these instruments. In the film, you can say, in the film, many musical instruments we cannot see when a hero or a heroine perform different kinds of dances. But Avelian showed or displayed here different kinds of musical instruments on the stage. Okay, she has given inspirations to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. And lots of handicapped people, they hope that we are able to do lots of things like Avelian. Avelian was also a deep. That's why we are also deep, and we can also to do lots of things or become famous in the world or make a successful story in our lives.